Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have another pen for unboxing and review here, and this is an interesting pen. It's been a pen that I've been looking for some time now. I've seen this pen being sold used or secondhand quite a few times, but it's always been a little bit higher price than what I wanted to pay for it. Well, this is the writer's edition, and it's the Jules Verne. Now, this is the fountain pen version, and I haven't got the ballpoint or the rollerball or mechanical pencil. I think actually this one comes with. But this I actually traded with a friend, Tony, in Kansas City in the US, and he wanted a couple of my Montblancs, my millionaires, and I worked out that the price I paid for my millionaires was about the price he paid for this Jules Verne, so we did an exchange. The reason why he was letting this one go was because it's a medium nib. He's more of an extra fine or a fine nib person, and was able to buy a fine nib. So I think let's unbox this pen. So this is a used pen, obviously, and it's been lovingly used, as some retailers would put it. I know Tony. Tony's a good friend, so Tony does take care of his pens like I take care of my pens. So this is the Jules Verne Writer's Edition here that you can see, and it comes in this box. So I was very glad when he actually said to me that he found a fine and he was looking to sort of offload his medium, and rather than maybe pay for money for the pen, was there anything that I'd like to exchange? And I know he's always been lusting after my Visconti Millionaires. I've not been writing with them for much, so we decided to do that exchange. So if I unbox this Writer's Edition box, you will see it comes in this lovely book here, book style sort of bookcase or book that you have there, which is what most of the writer's editions come as, and then you get the International Service Certificate book, and it just really just goes through the pen and also the author, the writer's edition there. So it has all of this information here in all various different languages on how to fill. It's a piston pen. I think all of the writer's edition Montblancs are pistons. I've not seen any that are not piston. So this is, you can see here, Montblanc, Jules Verne, limited edition, and then Montblanc down here as well. So this is a nice, I do like how Montblanc do this, and you could essentially just put these as books on your bookshelf. Obviously it's not a book, but it's a pen box. But I think it actually makes the boxes a reasonable size, so that you're not having huge boxes like some manufacturers provide, and then you have to try and store it somewhere. So if I open the box here, you will see the pen inside. So if I just remove the box, and you will see, I'll zoom in a bit more so you can see this pen in all its glory. So this is the Jules Verne, and you can see why I've been sort of really lusting after this one for a while now. It's got this beautiful sort of guilloche pattern in the enamel there, and it really is quite beautiful. You've got the Jules Verne signature there as well, and then you've got the divot there, which I think is to signify the diver's helmet. And it just is this really beautiful sort of Fabergé sort of guilloche enamel, and I like this striking blue. I also like that it's essentially a very weighty pen. I think it's sterling silver. A lot of the Montblancs are. It definitely is a weighty pen. And if I unscrew the cap there, you'll see a Montblanc. It's a number 6 size nib, and it's a medium nib there. And as I said before, it is a piston filling pen, and this is one of the Montblancs that I can actually post the cap on, and it will post quite deeply. And the majority of the more modern day Montblancs writer's editions, you cannot post the cap. But this really is a beautiful work of art. I have to say that I'm actually glad that Tony was lucky to actually want to do a trade and not. I would have paid the money for it, and I know how much he was asking, and I know how much my Visconti 2 Millionaires were, which I traded, and I would have paid the money, but Tony said, well, why don't we just do a trade, because he's always been after those pens. So very glad that I did, and I now have this in my collection. And likewise, Tony now has a fine nib in his collection, which he is liking even more so than this medium. I would say that this medium did write a little bit dry. I have flossed the tines just slightly, just to make it a little bit wetter. But this really is a wonderful pen. And I have to say that I am really, really liking this gear shape pattern there. Like, that is not an easy thing to do. That really is a work of art there. So very glad that I have added that to my collection. So I think with that, we'll do a size check, we'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we are looking at about 142 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we're looking about 68 millimeters in length. And if we check the length of the body to the tip of the nib or tip of the tines, we are looking at about 128 millimeters in length. So it's not quite what I would say an oversized pen, but you can see that there in my hand. It is actually a very decent size. And then obviously if I were to post that cap, it's definitely going to be oversized. It is going to be a bit back weighted though. That's just something you have to be aware of. But I find that that is a decent size in my hand. If you were to hold it up around the threads here, yes, it is getting a bit short. But I don't normally hold my pens up on the threads. I normally hold it really in the concave area of the section. If there is a concave area, and there is a slight concave area on this pen, but nothing much to speak about. So I think with that, let's do a weight check. So the full weight of the pen inked up, we are looking at just over just under 63.5 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 29 grams in weight. And then the weight of the pen or the body, we are looking at just under 34.5 grams in weight. So you can see there, it is quite a weighty pen. It's not a lightweight pen, but it's also not the heaviest pen I would say that I have in my collection. But that really is a beautiful pen, and that's the piston knob there. And this pen is inked up, so I do have to be a little bit careful there turning that knob. But this really is a beautiful pen. So I think with that, let's go and do a pen comparison. So from left to right, we have a Montblanc, and this is the writer's edition, and this is the Le Petit Prince Aviator. We have a Montblanc, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle 1902. We have a Montblanc, and this is the Brothers Grimm. Montblanc, and this is the Robert Louis Stevenson. We have a Montblanc, and this is the Jules Verne. We have a Classic Pens CP5 made by Parker in the vintage. We have a Classic Pens CP5, again made by Parker, but in the modern. We have a Montegrappa Extra High Tech. We have an Anoto Longitude, and we have an Esterbrook SD Oversize in the Cosmic Wine. So I think let's go and do a writing sample. So this is the Montblanc Writer's Edition. Jules Verne. And this is in a medium, and it is an 18-karat gold nib. And the ink in here today is Waterman Inspired Blue, which I was looking for a cerulean blue coloured ink. I was tempted to put Palette Roshizuku Konpeki in. I then thought about Venustus Aqua di Spargi, but I had that inked up in a couple of other pens, so I thought I would go with Waterman Inspired Blue. Now, in terms of vertical lines, you can see there's no hard starts or skips there. You do a figure of 8 there as well, and you can see there's still no hard starts or skips. Now, in terms of ink wetness, let's take a look. Now, Waterman Inspired Blue, I do find it to be a little bit on the drier side of inks, and I find that in quite a few pens. So it is sort of, the nib itself was very dry to write with. I did floss the tines. Now, if I put a wetter ink in there, I know that that would be a lot more wetter. And I probably will do that. I probably will swap that ink out. I was tempted to put maybe Diamond China Blue in, but I wanted really more of an aqua, sort of cerulean blue, sort of turquoisey coloured ink. And I think that matches well. So what do I like? What do I not like about the pen? Well, I like that it's a Montblanc Writer's Edition. I really like that it's a Jules Verne, and technically I didn't pay for it, but obviously I did pay for the 2 Visconti Millionaires I traded for this pen. I really hadn't been writing with them for a while now, so I was actually quite happy. There's no remorse there in trading those pens. I like them a lot, but I just have so many pens that I just don't write with them all. What do I like? What do I not like about the pen? Well, I do like that it's a writer's edition, and there really isn't anything that I dislike about this pen. It really is a lovely Montblanc writer's edition. The nib writes well, and it is a Western medium. There's no hard starts or skips, and I would say that this is another Montblanc Writer's Edition that I am really loving now in my collection. So there you have it. That's my Montblanc Writer's Edition Jules Verne with a medium 18-karat gold nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.